Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Creative. I am Mr. G. Pujari, working as an assistant professor in Sharan Institute of Technology, College of Engineering. So friends, I am having my creative channel. On this channel, I am uploading the videos related with technical and non-technical content. So technical content is related with engineering and the non-technical content is related with general knowledge purpose. So visit my channel, subscribe my channel and share my channel with your friends. So friends, in last lecture we have started what chapter already is production drawing and reading blueprints, and also we have discussed about the what is the importance of production drawing, because production drawing is very much important as an engineer. And basically if you are a mechanical engineer, this production drawing is very much important role in your career, because unless and until you are able to read this production drawing, you will not be able to go further for manufacturing. So we have last lecture we have discussed about the production drawing, and also we have discussed about the drawing set. Then we have discussed about the elements of production drawing. There are so many kinds of elements of production drawing, like process sheet, then like size and shape of component, then like material specification, then like bill of material, then some kind of inspection testing methods. So these things we have discussed about this earlier, and also we have discussed in our previous lectures about this simple drawing. So how drawing looks, how many things are included in a good drawing, because when we see a good drawing, how why we are calling this drawing is good. So according to, also we have discussed about how many things are required to include into a good drawing. So these are the examples which we have seen in last lecture, and also we have in previous lecture we have seen about the limits, speeds and tolerances. Just in this lecture we have just I am taking brief review about the previous lectures. Okay, so it's my like practice for every lecture I am taking preview about the every previous lecture whatever I have taught. So last also we have discussed about the limits, fits and tolerances, because in manufacturing you whenever you want to manufacture component, we require to see about what is the limits, what is the fits and what is the tolerances, because that will be helpful to manufacturing, because at the end we are going to assemble this component. So on the basis of this, these are very much important. So this also we have seen in our previous lecture. So also we have seen about the types of fits. Then today also this point we have started in previous lecture. Last point we have seen this hole basis and shaft basis system. So just some kind of introduction we have seen in last lecture. So in today's lecture we are going to see detailed about this hole basis system and shaft basis system. So what is meant by the hole basis system and shaft basis system? So in identifying the limit dimension for the three classes of fit, two systems are in use. Okay, so most of the thing hole basis system and shaft basis system, whatever the tolerances, whatever the fit, we are going to consider on the basis of either it is a hole basis system or either it is a shaft basis system. So what we are going to do here, in a hole basis system we are going to keep reference as a whole. Okay, we are going to keep reference as a whole. And in a shaft basis system what we are going to do, in a shaft basis system we are going to keep shaft as our reference. Okay, so first of all I will tell you about the hole basis system. So in hole basis system what we are going to do, the sizes of the shaft is obtained by subtracting the allowance from the basic size of the hole. The tolerances are then applied to each part separately. in the system, the lower deviation of the hole is 0 and the letter symbol indication for this is H. So we are going to indicate H for hole basis system. So what is meant by hole basis system? Here we are going to keep hole as a reference, and on the basis of that we are going to change the sizes dimension of the shaft. Okay, so what we are going to do actually, we are going to vary the sizes of shaft. Means, okay, whether you want clearance bit, whether you want interference bit, or whether you want transition bit. So on the basis of this we are going to increase or decrease the sizes of the shaft. Okay, so this is called the hole basis system. Then shaft basis system. In a shaft basis system we are going to keep shaft as a reference point. Okay, we are going to keep as a reference point as a shaft, and the sizes of hole we are going to change. Whether you want clearance bit, then we require to keep clearance in between shaft and hole. Whether you want interference bit, then whatever the size, whatever the size or whatever the difference between the sizes of shaft and hole, we are going to keep as it is, as that. And if you want transition fit, so either the interference or either the clearance, in between this we can call it is a transition bit. Okay, so on the basis of that the sizes of hole we are going to change. So this is a hole based system and shaft based system. So here we have given this example of hole based system, shaft basis system by using this figure. So you can understand very easily by observing this figure. So what we have shown here, see here, first is a hole based system. So in a hole based system, what we are going to do, this is your hole. We are going to keep this hole as a reference point. Okay, and then we are going to change the sizes of your shaft. Okay, we are going to change the sizes of your shaft. So this is a hole. When this is a clearance, you want, if suppose you want clearance fit, then the difference between this, whatever the distance between your shaft, the distance between your shaft and hole, you require to keep such type of clearance. Okay, maximum clearance must be there, then it is a clearance fit. Transition fit, either your sizes of shaft may be more or the sizes of shaft may be less. If size of shaft is higher, then it is called interference fit, and the size of shaft is less, it is called clearance fit. The next one is this is a interference fit here. So hole, here what we have done, hole we have kept constant. Okay, you will observe here the size of hole we have observed or we have kept here constant, and the sizes of shaft we have changed. So here the interference fit, the size of shaft is more than your hole, then it is called interference fit. Okay, so here in this figure you will observe that in all the figure what we have done, in all the figure we have kept this shaft in a variable and hole we have kept as a constant. So this hole is in a constant and the sizes of shaft we have changed. Okay, so this is called the hole based system. Next one is a shaft based system. So in a shaft based system what we are going to do, see here we have kept shaft is a constant. Okay, this shaft is a constant, and then the size of hole we have changed. So in a clearance, see here the hole we have, the size of hole is more. Okay, the size of hole is more, that's why here is a clearance present. Then next one is a transition. So transition bit means either clearance or interference. If sizes are more, then it is a clearance. If sizes of hole is less, then it will become your interference. So transition bit means it is either clearance or interference. And next one is the interference bit. So in the interference bit what will happen, see here the size of hole is less than your shaft size. Okay, so shaft size is more, so we have kept the sizes of hole is less. So that is why here interference takes place. So this is called the interference fit. Okay, so here the shaft size we have kept constant throughout everywhere, and the sizes of hole we have changed. Okay, variation we have done here, the sizes of hole. So that's why when we are changing the sizes of hole, so either it will clearance, either it's a transition, or either it is a interference fit will takes place. So, okay, so I think you have understand the basic difference between the hole based system and shaft based system. So hole based system we are going to keep hole constant. In a shaft based system we are going to keep shaft constant. Okay. Now one more thing, we have explained this concept with this figure. So this is a zero line. Zero line means basic dimension of your component. Suppose 19 is your basic dimension, diameter of your shaft or maybe a hole. Okay, so this is a basic line, zero line. If hole, so everywhere when there is a tolerance like this, it is having upper deviation and lower deviation. Okay, if the size is hole is more, then see these are the every three type of three conditions. So if hole size is more and shaft is lower, okay, so this is zero line. So below zero line, if shaft is there, okay, hole is size is more and shaft is lower, then it is a clearance fit. In this transition bit, if the shaft is at less level, then it is a clearance bit, and if shaft is at upper level, then it is a interference fit. Okay, so it will show you this. So this is called a transition, because transition fit is in between clearance and interference fit. The next one, this is shaft is at upper level, okay, and hole is at lower level. Shaft is at upper level and hole is at lower level, then it is a interference fit. Okay, so one more figure, by using this we have understand the clearance fit, transition fit and interference fit. Okay, so this is the most important thing. This is zero line, and this is hole is upper level, shaft is lower level, this is clearance. When shaft is at lower level, then it is clearance. If shaft is upper level, then it is interference. So it is in between this called as transition, and for shaft is at upper level and hole is at lower level, means it is interference fit. Okay, so just we have seen and discussed about the hole based system and shaft based system. Now we are going to see about the tolerance. So why tolerance is important? Because everywhere if you see, no one in this world able to complete or able to manufacture job at 0, 0. Okay, always there is remain some kind of deviation. Or suppose in industry right now, what happened in Tata, Mahindra, what they are doing, they are not going to manufacture every component into in-house. So what they are doing, they are giving whatever. Suppose there is a, we can take example about the Bajaj. Bajaj is having suppose one Pulsar, it's one vehicle. So Bajaj is not manufacturing every component of that Pulsar in-house. Some kind of component they are taking from outside. Suppose we can consider like some carburetor. Okay, they are taking some carburetor from outside, because then when they are taking this carburetor from 2 to 3 different types of manufacturer from outside, then if 2-3 number of components, 2-3 number of types of these manufacturers, if they are manufactured in various different sizes, then what will happen? It is very difficult to assemble the vehicle in-house. Okay, so that's why what they are doing, they are giving tolerance zone to everyone. The tolerance zone is for every manufacturer is the same. Bajaj, if Bajaj is having 3 number of vendors for manufacturing carburetor, then Bajaj will give for 3 vendors same kind of tolerance zone, means plus minus 0.5. Suppose one diameter of that is a 20 mm. If 20 mm is diameter and suppose tolerance zone is plus minus 0.5, it means whatever the component they are manufacturing, it will fall in between this 20.5 and 19.95. Okay, if they are manufacturing the component of this whatever the carburetor in between this 19.95 to 20.05, so that the part is acceptable. If the part is not falling in this zone like 19.95 to 20.05, if the part is outside this tolerance zone, the part will reject. Okay, so if the part is in between this 19.05, 19.95 to 20.05, means plus minus 0.5, then 20.5, 20.5 and 19.95. Okay, then the part is acceptable. And if they want to assemble this part on their line in Bajaj, then it is very easy to assemble. Okay, so that is why the tolerance zone is very much important for interchangeability. Just keep in this word just in your mind. This is very much important thing. Interchangeability means whatever the manufacturers, those are coming, they are manufacturing the product in their company. If they are taking all the components and if you want to do assembly, then every component may get assembled with each other. This is called the interchangeability. Okay, so now come to the point. This point we are learning about the tolerance. So tolerance is deviation from a basic value is defined as tolerance. It can be obtained by taking the difference between the maximum and minimum permissible limits. So limits, it is a two extreme permissible sizes between which the actual size is contained are defined as limits. So now a tolerance is an acceptable amount of dimensional variation that will still allow an object to function correctly. That will still allow an object to function correctly. Three basic tolerances that occur most often on working drawings are limit dimension, then unilateral dimension and bilateral tolerances. So these are the types of tolerances which we are using in mostly in industry. Like it may be a limit dimension, either unilateral and bilateral tolerances. So these are the we have explained here by this example. So unilateral tolerance, so this is zero line. Unilateral tolerance, it can be a variation either one side, either it is a upper level variation or either it is a minus level variation. Okay, either it is a plus or minus. Okay, means if diameter is 20, either it is a plus 0.5 or either it is a minus 0.5. It is called unilateral. Then bilateral means it can be vary at both sizes, means 20 point plus minus 0.5. This is called a bilateral tolerance, means 20 plus minus 0.5. And next one is a unilateral tolerance, means whatever the values on upper side and lower side, it may be different. Means if diameter 20, it may be a plus 0.5 or minus 0.1. Okay, so like this it can also happen. Okay friends, today we are going to stop here, and whatever remaining thing we are going to learn in the next lecture. Okay, so I hope in today's lecture you have learned about what is mean by hole based system, what is mean by shaft based system, and how we can differentiate between hole based system and shaft based system. and also we have learned about the what is mean by tolerances and why tolerance is important. As an engineer, tolerance is very much important to learn. So I am very thankful to everyone for listening this lecture very carefully. So again, I'm going to appeal you, subscribe my channel, and you will get notification about my videos. I'm uploading on my this creative channel regularly technical content and non-technical some kind of general knowledge topics. So thank you very much once again.